Hey everyone, Jared here with Polished Palettes Painting, and today I want to talk about sanding. And so if you're doing anything at home painting wise, you'll definitely want to follow these. And the first one is just sanding all the walls with this pole sander. And so it really just smooths everything out, removes any of the debris that's on there. And a couple different options on what grit you should use. So if the walls are really rough, use a 120. If they're not too bad, you can use a 180 grit, so you don't need to take as much off. So you want to make sure you go all the way up to the top and the bottom, just touching it every once in a while to see if everything has smoothed out. So after you've done that, you're going to want to patch any of these holes that you find. And so a couple different products you could use. You could use Drydex or drywall mud. You're going to want to put enough to cover the hole and have a little bit of a buildup over top, but you don't want too much because it'll take a really long time to dry and is harder to sand. And so you're going to scrape off any of that excess mud after you're done. And then last but not least, you're going to go over all the walls and look for any, buildups or debris that might have been missed during that pole sanding. And so when you're doing this, though, you're going to want to make sure you use the proper type of sandpaper. And so this 80 grit is really rough and it'll actually leave scratches on the walls. And so that's why you're going to want to use something like a 180 or 220 grit sandpaper. That'll give you a much better finish, won't scratch the wall. So you're going to use that, sand everything down, make sure it's nice and flat. Now, sometimes if it's a really big piece, it'll leave a little divot that you have to go back and fill afterwards. Hope you enjoyed this and follow along for more.